One of the things you have to know for probability is the fundamental principle of counting. You have to know what that actually means. So if you have text in textbook, it's covered on page 174. Your fundamental principle is basically, you learn off the definition. It says, if one task can be done X ways, and following this, a second task can be done in Y ways, then the first task, followed by the second task, can be done in X, Y ways. So in terms of questions that are based on this in your exam, it will be you're choosing one car and then choosing another car, or you're taking counters out of bags, or you're ordering meals in a restaurant. And you want to know how many ways can you combine your starter, your main, and your dessert. All right, so from the textbook, it says you're making a team, and the team consists of 11 players. How many ways can you choose a captain and a vice captain? So there's 11 people, so how many ways can you choose a captain? Right, if you have 11 people, you can choose it 11 ways. Then how many ways can you choose a vice captain? Your vice captain, you've got one less because you've used one, so you've got 10. Right, so the way you can choose a captain and a vice captain is 11 times 10, which is 110 different ways. Okay, the second example says a code consisting of a letter of the alphabet followed by 2 different digits from 1 to 9 inclusive. How many codes can you make? All right, so in terms of that, you've got 26 letters in your alphabet, and digits between 1 and 9 inclusive means 9 digits. So you want to know how many ways can you make a letter followed by a number followed by a number. And read the numbers, you're using 2 different numbers. So how many ways can you choose a letter? You've got 26 ways. How many ways can you choose the number between 1 and 9? You've got 9 ways. How many can you choose the second number? You're not allowed to repeat, so that means you've only got a choice of 8. So you go 26 times 9 times 8, which gives you 1,872 ways. Okay, so from the book, it says, a dice is thrown and a coin is tossed. How many different outcomes are possible? And lists the outcomes. So a dice is thrown. How many sides have you got in your dice? Okay, so you've got 6 possibilities. And how many sides have you got in a coin? You've got 2. So throwing your dice and tossing the coin, you'd have 6 by 2, so you'd have 12 ways. All right, and if you had to list them, so for our dice, you've either got number 1 and a head or a tail, number 2 and a head or a tail, number 3 and a head, and number 3 and a tail, a 4 and a head, a 4 and a tail, 5 and a head, 6 and a tail, 5 and a tail, and 6 and a head, and 6 and a tail. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 different options, but the easiest way to work it out is you just multiply how many ways you can do the first job times how many ways you can do the second job, which gave you 12. Second example here, it said a lunch menu has 3 starters and 4 mains. How many different 2-course meals are possible? So you've got 3 starters times 4 mains, which means you've got 12 options. Okay. Question 3, a code consists of 3 different digits from 9 to 11. How many codes are possible? So they haven't told us we're not allowed to repeat them. Sorry, they haven't told us we're not allowed to repeat them, but it says 3 different digits. Okay, so your digits are from 1 into 9. So you've got the choice of 9 for the first, the choice of 8 for the second, the choice of 7 for the next. So you go 9 times 8 times 7. And whatever answer that will be. All right, question 4. There's 4 roads from A to B and 5 roads from B to C. How many different ways can the person go from A to C? So in that one you go 4 multiplied by 5, which gave you 20. Question 5. A pupil must choose one subject out of each of the following subject groups. So they've got Group A has 3 modern languages. Group B has 2 science. Group C has 2 business. So how many different subject selections are possible? So you go 3 times 2 times 2. So you're getting 6 times 2, which is 12 different combinations. Question 6. A code consists of one of the letters A, B, C, D, E, and F, and one digit from 1 to 9. So how many different codes are possible? So how many ways can you choose a letter? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways. And how many digits have you got? You've got 9. So you go 6 times 9, which is 54. We look further down. A committee consists of 10 people. How many ways can you choose a chairperson and a secretary? You assume the chairperson and the secretary are not the same person. So you could have 10 ways to choose your chairperson, 9 ways to choose your secretary, so you've got 90 ways. How many different 3-digit numbers can be formed from the digits 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if each digit is used only once? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits here. So you can choose the first one 6 ways, the second one 5 ways, and the third one 4 ways. So you're going 6 times 5 times 4. Okay? And then finally, 8 horses in a race. In how many ways can the first 3 places be filled? So 8 of the horses could come first, 7 could come second, and 6 could come third. All right, so that's your fundamental principle of counting.